The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Row, row, row your boat back into The Local Show. Here we are with Tom and Steve. Steve is the owner of Zoe Advertising, and I'm the creative director here at Zoe Advertising. So we happen to be a advertising and marketing firm that is changing with the time. Steve, just so everyone knows, was the original artificial intelligence. I've always said that.
You didn't let me down.
He's definitely artificial. But, we make use of all the tools, including our billboard on 690 and being able to do this radio show and interview all of these wonderful people. Hey, Chad Tolhurst is with us right now. He's an entrepreneur and the owner of Kamp Dog Daycare. How are you there, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Very good, my friend. Good to see you.
You as well.
So, springtime. Do you have dogs of your own, by the way?
I do have dogs of my own. I have 2 German Shepherds.
Oh, wow, you're a shepherd guy.
The shepherds that like climb the wall and jump up and grab the ball, or these the kind that shed and sleep?
Do you?
Pretty much shed and sleep.
So they're not like super highly trained or anything like that?
No, not anymore. I'm not into that stuff anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
I used to do that stuff, though.
Yeah.
Shits and training, all that kind of cool stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. Shepherds are a lot of times, what do you call it? Like, are they seeing eye dogs as well as comfort dogs?
Yep.
And
oh yeah, they do a lot of stuff like that, to help out.
Well, the police dogs. A lot of people have shepherds as police dogs.
Yeah.
If he's got a shepherd, do what the man says, or the gal says.
Right.
Yeah, I used to do search and rescue with my shepherd as well.
Oh, no kidding.
They have a good nose.
Do you find it tough to speak German to them?
I do speak German to them, actually. Yeah, they are trained in German. They are, actually.
That's fantastic. How long have you been in this canine camp world?
I've been doing dog daycare for 22 years now.
Really?
I'm working with dogs for about 25.
That's a long time,
Yeah,
brother.
it's been a while. Yeah, I feel old.
And did you start off thinking you wanted to do this, or
No?
Were you in a different area?
I
of
was
life?
I was in college in Duquesne University for pharmacy.
For pharmacy.
Yep. Going to be a pharmacist.
Good golly.
That's almost a doctor.
Yeah,
It really is with all this stuff.
Working at Wegmans, and I was like, nah, this just isn't
Wasn't
me.
for you, huh?
My mother was like, why don't you do something with dogs? You can always go back. Yeah,
That was nice advice.
That's what we did, and I haven't turned back.
What did people used to do before places like yours where people can leave their dogs for the day? Did the dogs just rip the house apart, or what?
Yeah, I guess so. Or they had maybe some pet sitters or something, maybe. But I don't really think they did much. They just left them at home.
And Chad, you're not this old. You're seasoned, but you're not as seasoned as Steve and I. And I remember a day where you just let the dog go. We'd leave for school in the morning. My parents would go to work, and Ralphie, our beagle, Ralph would just go all over the valley. We'd come home.
Serious?
Yes, you'd come home.
Roam around?
Yeah, you'd whistle for Ralph, and she would come. Yes, Ralph was a girl.
Well, same things when we were kids, right? We would wander all around, and eventually we would circle back. We didn't have a phone. We didn't have all those things. We you got hungry and came back.
So once those lights went on, the street lights went on, we had to get back.
And I remember having a paper route, a post-standard route, and up in Nedrow, every house had a dog, and they were all loose.
Yeah.
Like, I must have bumped into 10, 15 dogs, just roaming the streets.
No kidding.
Yeah, so that's what people used to do.
I had a beagle chase me on my bike when I was delivering papers when I was younger.
It might have been his. Because that dog wasn't tied up. I'm just saying.
It wasn't tied up.
Ralphie. Huh?
Yeah, so people bring their dogs, and the dogs have like relationships with the dogs. They have like buddies, right? I mean, they have dogs they like and don't
buddies.
like.
Yeah, we have customers that actually they coincide with other customers' schedules, so they can bring their dogs on the same days because they're buddies at daycare. And
Is this a regular, like an ongoing basis? In other words, people do it all week long. They don't just come now and again?
Some dogs come every day of the week, but
Okay.
for the majority, they come like 2-3 days a week.
Okay.
Yep. They kind of spread it out a little bit because usually the dogs are pretty tired. They'll be pretty much wasted for the next day. Sometimes just laying around.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. So traffic-wise, going towards 690, people get off at Bridge Street and they can see it kind of tucked right there.
Yes.
Right,
Yep,
kind
right
of
by
across
Big
from
Four.
Walmart.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, across from like Walmart and the Chevy dealer that's over there.
Right across from me, Syracuse Chevy, right next to Big Four.
Right.
Oh, Big Four Tire. Yeah.
Have the construction with the traffic, has that messed up some of the people trying to get dogs there? Because it gets a little clunky over there now.
It has a few times with pickup, here and there and stuff, but we obviously, we understand, I don't even take the highway anyway.
Right.
I try not to.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So people leave their dogs. What do their dogs experience during the day? And what services do you guys offer, maybe beyond just letting the dogs hang out?
So we have a groomer on premise too, which she gets a lot of business from us. They set up appointments with her. They call and say, hey, my dog's going to be at daycare Thursday. Can we set up a nail trim or a bath?
Yeah.
We also have self-serve dog washes, which a lot of people use. A lot of people that they're not daycare clients, but they'll come in and use the dog washes. We have a big retail area where we sell a lot of good stuff. Stuff you might not normally see at regular pet stores, and we sell stuff a lot cheaper than the pet stores.
No
Oh,
kidding.
really?
Give us. Am I putting you on the spot if I say give us an example of some of the products?
Well, we have a lot of Kong products. We have Roughwear.
Kong. Yeah, those big
Kong
rubber
products.
thingies.
I know the pet stores really crank up the prices on those. We sell them pretty cheap.
Okay.
Roughwear is a good product that you don't normally see in a pet store. Really good product. People use for like hiking with backpacks and harnesses and leashes. All good heavy duty type stuff that lasts a long time.
Nice.
We get a lot of people that come in and buy the
I didn't know
Roughwear
that you had a lot of
they'll come to
retail
Daycare.
area.
They look it up online, say Roughwear dealers, and we're one of them. So we get a lot of people coming in for that stuff.
So what do you do by day? Go in there, sit down, let the dogs jump on you? It's kind of a fun thing.
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
great. I love going in with the dogs. I'm in with the dogs all the time.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah. I love being in with dogs. I like being with the dogs better than being up front with customers.
Dogs are people too.
Well, they talk back a lot less.
yeah, exactly.
So how is it that you would accept someone into your pack? How does that work?
So we have an interview process with the dogs beforehand, which we hold at night after we close. We still bring in the dog, and we like to meet them too. If we have any inkling that they might play a little bit rough or anything like that, we'll bring in one of our dogs to kind of have them meet and greet. We can kind of see how they do before we bring them in for their first day of daycare.
Do they have to
We let the
study for
people
that
see the
test,
place
or they
too.
just show up and they have to?
Yeah. Some people actually come in and said they were practicing their routine, sitting down and all this stuff.
So-
their tricks.
So
before they come
basically,
in.
if the dog socially gets along, isn't socially inept, and isn't a biter, they can join the club kind of thing.
Yep. And they have to be up to date on all their shots and including kennel golf and stuff.
Well, I
like that.
know you guys have great reviews. It's a great culture. If someone wanted to have that conversation, 437-7110. They can say, hey, what is it and how do we do it? 437-7110. K-9camp.com. Those are a bunch of Ks. K-9camp with a K.com. Thanks for joining us today.
All right. Thank you.